G'day art adventurers, I hope you had a great day or night, and welcome back to Inktober 2018, day 22, with the prompt word expensive. Today I thought I would test myself by drawing directly onto my paper that I'm going to paint on without doing a sketch first. And this is especially tricky for me because I find portraits really quite hard, and I couldn't find a clear reference or the kind of reference that I wanted. I've chosen as my subject Elizabeth Taylor in the role of Cleopatra from the 1963 version. And so I'm doing the pencil lines on some Strathmore paper first, and you can see it's taking me some time. Again, I'm really not confident, or not that confident, especially when it comes to drawing people, and her costume is incredibly detailed and, aptly put, very expensive, and so I'm finding it quite a challenge, but a fun one. To also add to the theme of expensive, I paint a lot of this painting with gold ink. The Windsor and Newton gold ink is amazing, and so that's probably the primary material that I use, along with some inking pens and some violet ink, and just some little touches of some other coloured inks. So while you're watching, I thought I would tell you a little bit about the movie Cleopatra and Elizabeth Taylor. Cleopatra is a 1963 historical drama which chronicles the struggles of Cleopatra, the young queen of Egypt, to resist the imperial ambitions from Rome. It stars Elizabeth Taylor, and she's the subject of my painting today in the role of Cleopatra. Cleopatra achieved notoriety during its production for its massive cost overruns and production troubles, which also made it a fitting subject for the prompt word of expensive in my book. It had changes in director and cast, changes in filming locale, sets that had to be constructed twice, the shooting script was changed many times, and there was also a personal scandal that involved the stars Elizabeth Taylor and Burton. It was the most expensive film ever made, in fact, up to that point, and it almost ended up bankrupting 20th Century Fox. It was also, strangely, the highest grossing film of 1963, earning over $57 million in the US, which would be equivalent to $461 million in 2017. Yet surprisingly, the film actually lost money due to its production and marketing costs of $44 million, which would be around $352 million in 2017. It's also noted for being a film that paid Elizabeth Taylor $1 million as her fee for acting in it. So all in all, this makes Cleopatra the only film ever to be the highest grossing film of the year, but one that also ran at a loss. Cleopatra went on to win 4 Academy Awards and was nominated for 5 more, including Best Picture, but it lost that to Tom Jones. The film received many poor reviews, and even Elizabeth Taylor found it wanting, saying, "They cut out the heart, the essence, the motivations, the very core, and tacked on all those battle scenes. It should have been about 3 large people, but it lacked reality and passion. I found it vulgar." If you've never seen it, I highly recommend searching on YouTube for some of the grand scenes, like when Cleopatra makes her entrance into Rome. Scenes like this still carry a sense of true majesty even 50 years later, and at the time it must have been simply breathtaking for the audience to experience moments like those in the film. Additionally, Cleopatra has become a cult classic over the years, and gained many positive reviews as time has passed. It is also responsible for sealing Elizabeth Taylor as one of the biggest Hollywood legends to have ever lived. On May 21, 2013, the restored film was shown at a special screening at the 2013 Cannes Film Festival to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the film. This was later released as a 50th anniversary version available on DVD and Blu-ray. So have you ever watched the 1963 version of Cleopatra? If so, do you have a favourite scene? Are you a fan of Elizabeth Taylor in general? I must admit I last watched her version of Cleopatra some years ago, and I'd probably only be able to watch select scenes these days before getting a bit bored, but I might consider putting it on while sketching sometime after this Inktober fun and madness has ended. That said, I do also feel Elizabeth Taylor deserves her legendary status as an actress and a person for many reasons. Of course, almost everyone recognises that she was extremely beautiful, with rare and striking violet-coloured eyes. But far more important in my opinion is the fact that Taylor was also one of the first ever celebrities to take part in HIV/AIDS activism. She co-founded the American Foundation for AIDS Research in 1985, when almost all other celebrities completely avoided the issue. She also established the Elizabeth Taylor AIDS Foundation in 1991. From the early 1990s until her death, she dedicated much of her time to philanthropy. She even received several accolades for it, including the Presidential Citizens Medal. Throughout her career, Taylor's personal life was also the subject of constant media attention. She was married 8 times to 7 men, endured various serious illnesses. She led a jet-set lifestyle, and she also assembled one of the most expensive private collections of jewellery on the planet. After many years of ill health, Taylor died from congestive heart failure at the age of 79 in 2011. In many ways, her life was more exciting and intriguing than any of the movie roles she ever played, including Queen Cleopatra. So I feel Elizabeth Taylor, both as a person and as Queen Cleopatra, perfectly fits this prompt for expensive. I hope you also enjoyed learning a little bit about her life in the movie, and thank you for joining me on yet another art adventure. If you haven't already, please like, comment and consider subscribing. It really helps out my channel so much, and I greatly appreciate the support. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow for day 23 and the prompt word muddy. So from riches to mud, the fun continues. Bye!